Hi students. Now see, one basic thing I'm going to explain you today. First thing, this is cell. Okay, this is eukaryotic cell. Okay, how we can say this is eukaryotic cell, as there is presence of nucleus, proper nucleus is there, means this is eukaryotic cell. And in prokaryotic cell, no, there is no proper nucleus is present. This basic thing you know. Okay, now we are talking about eukaryotic cell. You should know inside this nucleus only DNA is present. Okay, what is the site? We are studying about transcription or protein synthesis. We are going to study in protein synthesis. Today in this lecture we are studying about transcription. But before starting this, you should know certain basic thing, that inside this cell nucleus is present, and inside the nucleus DNA is present. Now what happens, we are going to study two things. Okay, one, first step we are going to study is transcription, and another step is translation. Okay, now first in this lecture we will study about transcription. See what happens when DNA is there inside the nucleus. You know DNA is present. DNA gives rise to mRNA. Okay, DNA gives rise to mRNA. This process is called as transcription. When from DNA mRNA is produced, that process is called as transcription. And when from mRNA protein is synthesized, that process is called as translation. Okay, so we are going to start with protein synthesis. In protein synthesis, DNA is present. Where DNA is present? DNA is present inside the nucleus. Okay, when from DNA mRNA is produced, that process is called as transcription. And when from mRNA protein is synthesized, that process is called as translation. Now one more thing you should know, that transcription and translation. Transcription always takes place inside the nucleus, and translation takes place inside the cytoplasm. This basic thing you should know. Okay, this is eukaryotic cell. Inside the eukaryotic cell nucleus is present. Okay, then inside this nucleus DNA is present, and here this is cytoplasm. Okay, then protein synthesis we are starting. Here DNA gives rise to mRNA. That process is called as transcription. When from mRNA protein is synthesized, that process is called as translation. So today in this lecture we are going to start with transcription. Okay, now see, inside the nucleus, no, this chromosome is present. This chromosome, it consists of, it is made up of DNA only. But when this chromosome or this DNA, this particular segment of DNA which is responsible for the production of mRNA, see, whole chromosome is not going to give rise to mRNA. Only particular segment of DNA. The segment of DNA is nothing but gene, no? So this particular segment of DNA which is going to produce mRNA is called as a gene, or it is also called as structural gene. Okay, then see here, one basic thing you should know, this, when we are talking about this gene, no, it has two end. It is clear from the diagram. It has two end. First end is called as promoter end, and the last end is called as terminator end. And in between the promoter and terminator end, this part is there which is called as structural gene. Okay, so DNA consists of that particular segment of DNA consists of two sites. One site is called as promoter site, okay, and another site is called as termination site. Promoter site means it is the site, it is the place from where the termination process start. Transcription termination site means it is the site where the transcription stops. And the part of the DNA or gene which is in between promoter and terminator site is called as structural gene. Okay, now before proceeding towards transcription process, we should know what is the meaning of transcription unit. This is nothing but transcription unit. Transcription unit means the segment of DNA which is involved in the transcription, in the production of mRNA. Okay, this part of DNA which is responsible, which is going to form mRNA, is called as transcription unit. This transcription unit consists of three parts. Just now I told you it consists of, this is the transcriptional unit, that particular segment of DNA which just now I have shown. This first part is called as promoter site, or it is also called as promoter. This last part where the transcription stops is called as termination site, and this middle part is called as structural gene. Now, here also it can be explained very properly. See here, this part is called as promoter site. This part is called as terminator site, and here the middle part is called as structural gene. This whole structure is called as transcriptional unit. Again I am going to repeat. At the upstream, this part is called as upstream, this part is called as downstream. Always towards the upstream promoter is present, and always towards the downstream terminator is present. In between, the part in between the promoter and terminator, this particular part is called as structural gene. Okay, now what is the meaning of template strand and what is the meaning of coding strand? See, DNA is having two strands. Only one strand will give rise to mRNA. Okay, only one strand which is responsible for the formation of mRNA is called as template strand, and another strand which is not at all involved in the synthesis or production of mRNA is called as coding strand. Now, we'll see this promoter site. Promoter site is always located towards the 5 end, that is towards upstream. And what is its function? It provides binding site for enzyme RNA polymerase. Okay, only 2 points you have to keep in mind for this promoter site. Promoter site is always present towards the upper stream. First point. Second point, always you have to keep in mind, here only RNA polymerase is going to bind. This, it will provide the site for the binding of RNA polymerase. So this is promoter site. Next one is structural gene. Structural gene is two strands of DNA with opposite polarity. Can you see from here, structural gene is nothing but two strands of DNA which is having opposite polarity, means one pole is 3' end, another one is 5' end. At 3' end, RNA polymerase get attached and polymerization, that is formation of mRNA strand, takes place in 5' 3' direction. Means what? See, always towards the 3' end. This is upper stream. Always towards the 3' end, RNA polymerase get attached and the synthesis of new strand takes place in, naturally if this is 3' end means the new strand here will be 5' end. So new strand formation or polymerization takes place in 5' 3' direction. Then the strand on which mRNA formation takes place is called as template strand, and other strand is called as coding strand. Just now I told you, the strand on which new strand is going to synthesize, that original strand is called as template strand, and the strand where no synthesis, it is not involved in polymerization, it is not involved in the synthesis of mRNA, that strand is called as coding strand. Then coding strand is also called as sense strand. What is another name of coding strand? It is also called as sense strand, as the base sequence present on coding strand and on newly formed mRNA is exactly same. Means what? See here, if this coding strand is also called as sense strand. Why? Because see, if here adenine is there, here naturally thymine will be there. So when new strand formation will be there, whatever the sequence will be present here will exactly similar to this strand. That's why coding strand is also called as sense strand. Then in only in coding strand base sequence T, and in mRNA it is U. Okay, one more thing you have to keep in mind. See, this is the part of DNA, means it will have thymine. When mRNA will form, instead of thymine, uracil is present. This basic thing you should know. DNA is also having 4 nucleotide, RNA is also having 4 nucleotide. 4 nucleotides of DNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. But in RNA, instead of thymine, uracil is present. Then, hence, as template strand is opposite of coding strand, it is also called as anti-sense strand. Okay, this coding strand is called as sense strand. And this template strand is opposite of coding strand. That's why template strand is also called as no, it is also called as anti-sense strand. So here we have completed about transcription unit. Transcription unit consists of promoter site, structural gene and terminator. Promoter site is always present towards the upper stream. Here it is the site where the RNA polymerase get attached. Second part is terminator. Structural gene. Structural gene consists of two strands of DNA and it has specific polarity 3' end and 5' end. Structural gene consists of two strands. One strand is called as template strand and another one is called as coding strand. Template strand means this strand is responsible for the formation of mRNA. That's why it is called as template strand. And the strand which is not at all responsible in the formation of mRNA is called as coding strand. Coding strand is also called as structural sense strand. Why it is called as sense strand? Because the coding strand, whatever the nucleotides are present on coding strand, are exactly similar to the newly formed mRNA. That's why this is called as coding strand, or it is also called as sense strand. Template strand is just opposite of coding strand. That's why template strand is also called as anti-sense strand. Last one is terminator. Terminator is always located towards a downstream. It defines an end of transcription process. See here, terminator, this is upstream and this is downstream. Terminator is always present towards the downstream, and here it is responsible, it is the site where the transcription process stops or end. Now, RNA polymerase, after binding to promoter site, start moving along with the DNA in 3' 5' direction. Simultaneously, DNA unwinding takes place and nitrogen bases, that is AUCT, get exposed in nucleoplasm. I'll explain you this with the help of example. See, this is the segment of DNA, that is gene. Okay, or you can say transcribed gene, or you can say structural gene. What happens here? RNA polymerase enzyme get attached towards the upper stream, towards the promoter site. Okay, as soon as this RNA polymerase get attached, this both the strands of DNA get uncoiled. Okay, here at the promoter side, as soon as there is the attachment of RNA polymerase, both the strands of DNA get uncoiled. And then, can you see both the strands get uncoiled, and now this is the template strand and this is the coding strand. Coding strand is not playing any important role in transcription. But this is the promoter site. See what happens here. If towards the at the template end, if thymine is there, this RNA polymerase attracts adenine from the nucleoplasm and adenine get attached here. Second, at the second place, if adenine is there, this RNA polymerase brings uracil, not thymine, because this is the construction of mRNA. So uracil is brought from the nucleoplasm and uracil is attached here. Now third nucleotide is suppose cytosine. This RNA polymerase bring guanosine and guanosine get attached over here. Okay, in this way, full strand formation takes place. New mRNA molecule formation takes place in between the two strands. Then what happened? See, now the RNA polymerase start moving from promoter side towards the terminator side, and long chain of mRNA synthesis is taking place. Now, once the mRNA is formed, this mRNA is formed now. Okay, then what happened? mRNA means it is called as messenger RNA. What happens? See, this is RNA primerase. It moves from this side to this side. Okay, wherever it is coming, it results into the formation of, it results into the opening of or uncoiling or unwinding of DNA. And once it reaches to the terminator end, what happens? The RNA polymerase leaves outside. It leaves. Termination means the process gets stopped. RNA polymerase leaves this DNA strand, and the newly formed mRNA falls down inside in the nucleus only. But what happens in prokaryote? This newly formed mRNA remains as it is. But in our cell, in eukaryotes, it undergoes a certain processing. Okay, just see, in prokaryotes, the release mRNA remains as it is inside the cytoplasm only. But in eukaryotes, it undergo processing. That processing here is now, here initially processing is not done, no. So at present, this mRNA is called as hnRNA. hnRNA means heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Okay, now what happens? Processing took place, or processing of hnRNA takes place. What happens here? Processing takes place in three steps. One is called as splicing, capping and telling. SCT. Splicing means what? See, splicing means removal of introns and exons are joined by DNA ligase. Means, see what happens. Here this is newly constructed hnMRNA. What happens? See, these red color, this yellow color part is exon. Means this part we require. Okay, it is having particular or perfect nucleotide. Here in introns, no, nucleotides are not proper. So this is useless part. So what happens in first case, that is splicing, the introns are removed. Okay, this is called as RNA splicing. RNA splicing means here this red color part, that is introns, they are removed, they are cut off, and the yellow color part, that is exons, all the exons join with each other with the help of an enzyme called as DNA ligase. Then second step is capping. It is always, capping means it is always done towards the head side. Capping, here what happens? G triple P means methylated guanosine triphosphate is added to the 5' end of the hnRNA. Means, see what happens. Here, this is 5' end. Methyl guanosine triphosphate get attached towards the 5' end. This process is called as capping. Last is telling. Telling means towards the 3' end. Okay, we can see from here. Telling means polyadenylation, that is addition of residue of polyadenyl takes place at the 3' end. We can see here. Okay, here adenyl residue get attached towards the 3' end. So this is called as telling. So what happens? Once the hnRNA get released, okay, once it is produced, it fall inside the nucleus. In prokaryote, it remains as it is, but in eukaryote, it undergo processing. It undergo processing means it undergoes three steps. One is called as splicing, capping and telling. Splicing means introns are removed, exons are joined with the help of DNA ligase. Then second step is capping means methyl guanosine triphosphate is added towards 5' end. Then telling takes place means adenyl residue attached towards the 3' end. In this way, mRNA is synthesized. Okay, and after undergoing three stages, no, hnRNA is now called as mRNA, that is messenger RNA, and it gets transported out of the nucleus through the nuclear pore. See, this is nucleus. Now this is fully mature or perfect mRNA. It comes out through the nuclear pore. Okay, and it starts traveling in the cytoplasm. So here we have completed here we have completed how the transcription process takes place.